From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Alright, so boom, back in the prehistoric era before social media, when we had to believe whatever some grainy DVD told us, we all thought Big Meech and his bro were criminal masterminds. Like, we put them up there with the Mafia, thinking they had some Illuminati level operation going on. Turns out, nah, they just had a good plug and the audacity to actually do something with it. Respect for that. But here's the thing, where's the money now, bro? These dudes were out here running billions through the streets, but didn't even set up a single shell company. No laundromats, no car washes, not even a fake vegan smoothie business, nothing. My man Jeff Bezos came from selling books in his garage, and these guys had truckloads of cash but couldn't even figure out a legal hustle. Tragic. Fast forward, they get locked up, and what's the first thing they do when they come out? Start beefing with the one person who owns their life rights. Like, how do you come home from a 15-year bid and the first thing on your to-do list is sabotage yourself? You're supposed to be making moves, not playing yourself on all Madden difficulty. Big Meech thought he was about to finesse Hollywood. My guy, you sold your life rights. You are a side character in your own story now. But Meech thought he could big dog the situation, so he linked with Rick Ross. And not the real Rick Ross, the one who stole his whole persona, including the beard blueprint. Rick Ross got in Meech's ear like, oh, yo, big homie, we don't need 50. We gonna do our own thing. And Meech, being as sharp as a butter knife, actually believed him. Like, my boy, what are you putting this movie on, Tubi? Who's watching that? 50 owns your rights, bruh. You out here making bootleg versions of your own life story? Meanwhile, his son Lil Meech was grinding for years, going through acting school, getting a Hollywood career handed to him by 50. 50 literally gave him the torch, and what does his own father do? Fumble it like it's the Super Bowl, and he's playing for the Cowboys. Hating on your own kid's success is a new level of broke. And let's not forget Southwest T. Big Meech's own brother can't stand him. Y'all think it's all love, but listen to them jail calls. T been praying for Meech's downfall like he got an altar in his cell. He's sitting there like, ain't nobody ever say I think I'm Southwest T, huh? Bet. So now Meech is at home looking at his phone, realizing he got played, and Rick Ross on the other end like, wait, so 50 really owned all that? Damn, big homie, that's crazy. Well, gotta go, I got a Wingstop meeting. So after getting finessed by Rick Ross and fumbling harder than a rookie running back, Big Meech is now on the clock. If he don't shut up and get back in line, he's about to get exposed. And guess who's holding the receipts? 50 Cent. Now 50's already put millions into making Meech's son a star, built an entire TV empire around his story, and even tried to make these dudes look like criminal masterminds instead of two guys who just got a good plug and spent money like NBA players with no financial advisors. But Meech fumbled that too, and now he's staring at season 4 being the last season unless they fix this mess. And then we got Southwest T, who must have been watching his brother get cooked and thought, damn, I want to embarrass myself too. Because this man linked up with Supreme's son like it was the Avengers assembling. Southwest T and Kyle Robinson really thought they were about to take over the streets on social media. Bruh, y'all were criminals. The whole point was to move in silence. Why y'all on Instagram Live like y'all dropping a mixtape? And now Supreme himself had to step in. Yes, this Supreme from his prison cell had to stop his own son from looking like a whole clown on the internet. Imagine being in federal prison for over 20 years and still having to check your kid like he's a freshman, embarrassing you at parent-teacher conferences. Bro, you've been locked up since dial-up internet, and even you know better than to be arguing online. Supreme was basically like, yeah, my son, yeah, I love him, but he's a certified bozo. He had a choice, me or the internet, and he chose clout. So guess what? That's not my kid no more. That's a YouTuber. LMAO. Imagine getting disowned through a prison statement. You know how bad you gotta be acting for your father to disown you while he's literally serving life? And let's talk about Kyle for a second. Who does this man think he is? He's running around talking about we like he got a whole military force behind him. Supreme himself was like, who is we? Nah, bruh, it's just you. I ain't with that foolishness. His own father said be yourself. Like, that's the prison version of you're not that guy, pal. So now the Meech family beefing, Supreme disowning his son, and Southwest T looking like the dumbest sidekick in history. If there was ever a time to sit down and shut up, it's now. But nope, these dudes keep doubling down on dumb decisions like they're getting paid per L. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is sipping champagne, watching all this play out like Thanos, knowing he won again. Alright, so boom, 50 Cent is sitting in his mansion, sipping some Branson cognac, scrolling through the internet, laughing his ass off. every time these dudes try to play chess, they end up playing Connect 4 against themselves and still losing. Big Meech really thought he was about to step out of jail, flex a little, and pick up right where he left off. Nah, bro, you left off in prison. That's like quitting your job and expecting to come back years later as the CEO. The world kept moving, Meech, you didn't. Now, Tammy Cowens, the woman who literally knows all his dirt, is out here with a fully loaded clip of secrets. And Meech is out here sweating like he just ate a Popeye's biscuit with no drink. Bruh, if Tammy starts talking, it's a wrap. We already know the dumb decisions he made publicly. Imagine the ones she knows behind the scenes. If she starts spilling tea, Meech might just ask to go back to jail. And let's keep it real, Meech is desperate. He wants that old life back so bad. If you listen close, you can probably hear him whispering, "Man, maybe just one last flip?" Sir, you are 55 years old. Ain't no one last flip. You are a senior citizen in the drug game. You trying to come back like Jordan, but you ain't Jordan. You Karl Malone on the Lakers, washed and embarrassing. Then we got Southwest T, who's watching Meech fumble everything and thinking, yo, I gotta fumble something too. So what does he do? He links up with Supreme's son like they about to form the Justice League of Bozos. Southwest T and Kyle Robinson really thought they were about to take over the streets on social media. Bruh, you supposed to be a gangster, not an Instagram influencer. Why are you beefing on live like you selling waist trainers and detox tea? And then Supreme himself had to step in. Yes, the Supreme from prison had to stop his son from acting a fool online. Imagine sitting in federal prison for over 20 years, dealing with 24-hour lockdowns, prison food, and guards talking crazy to you, and still having to check your kid because he out here acting like a Twitter gangster. But Supreme is fighting for his life behind bars, and his son is out here embarrassing the whole family. Supreme basically wrote a press release from his prison cell like, yeah, that's my son, but he's an idiot. I don't know what he on, but it ain't my bloodline. I love him, but he needs to shut up and go read a book. Bruh, your own dad disowned you from prison. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Your pop's got 1 hour of rec time a day, and he's spending it writing a statement telling the world you a clown. And Kyle was out here talking about we like he got an army. Supreme was like, who is we? Bruh, you are alone. The only people rocking with you are the comment section. Imagine thinking you the new Supreme when your own dad basically said you are not him. Meech is fumbling, Southwest T is a lost sidekick, Supreme's son is getting disowned like a bad Netflix show, and meanwhile 50 Cent is somewhere on vacation drinking champagne laughing at these dudes. Final score, 50 Cent undefeated, still getting richer, Big Meech holding more L's than a Spanish dictionary, Southwest T, professional sidekick, Hall of Fame clown Supreme's son, permanently banned from family functions. Somebody please take their Wi-Fi away.